to the east 134. All lanes are now open. Everything is gone. I'm looking at it right now, but the backup starts way over Cedar Boulevard. So it depends on your plans and destinations. I was giving Riverside and Moorpark coming across from the 405 or Van Nuys Boulevard at least. Riverside got really busy at the moment. Moorpark's still in pretty good shape.
And perhaps Ventura Boulevard or Magnolia. Traffic and weather together on the 5. Our next report at 8:05 from your Southern California traffic leader, KNX 1070 at CBSLA.com.
Downtown LA, somewhere into the mid-80s later on today. Looks like low 80s tomorrow and maybe just upper 70s by Sunday. Currently, downtown Los Angeles has 58. When searching for a Ford, search Huntington Beach Ford.
Hi, Phil Hope from StoreQuest Self-Storage. We get it. Moving's hard work. So save the heavy lifting for the gym and let our on-site bellman help you move your stuff. Visit us online at storequest.com.
Try to create a super warmer around the world. But I agree.
Avengers Age of Ultron making history last night, pulling in $27.5 million, shattering the record for the biggest midnight take ever for a superhero movie. Tearful goodbye last night on The Daily Show.
It's not easy. Tonight marks the end of an era, the final show. The longest-serving member of the greatest news team, Samantha Bee.
Samantha Bee, just the latest contributor to The Daily Show to move on. Stewart is done August 6th. Stand By Me singer Ben E. King has died, 76, as people say natural causes. More coming up from CBS News. And Britney hurt her ankle in a show at Planet Hollywood in Vegas, forcing her to reschedule her shows tonight and tomorrow. Doctor says she needs at least 2 days to heal up. KNX News Time, 7:58.
The following is a paid commercial message.
This is a special announcement for men with ED. A local medical clinic is offering free doses of a breakthrough ED medication to the...
297 for that one. Text 2 for the guy who traded his truck full of lunch meat for some crack. $50,000 worth of lunch meat for crack. Text 2 over to 22987 for that one. Text 3 over to 22987 for the story about Curtis Dean, who went on the attack with a lawnmower blade stick and then stabbed the dude in the back with a pitchfork. Text 3 over to 22987 for that one. And finally, nominee number 4 over to 22987 for the woman who went into the Winn-Dixie grocery store and basically put the whole goddamn store down her pants. Text 4, just 4. And by the way, it's not like pound or number or sign or just a digit. 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you have 140 characters when you start your text message, you should have 139 when you hit send.
I can tell by just the way this initial wave of votes came in, it's going to be super, super close. So we definitely need as many votes as possible.
All right, so get your votes in right now for the Redneck News Story of the Week.
Oh my God, does this guy have masking tape right there? Like taping the trunk into his car? Holy shit.
Let's get a quick look at the traffic. It is 7:59. Here's Tony Jordan.
Station signal for the crash on the 101 southbound side as you're coming up on the 134. Looks like you have the left lane of the transition road there blocked off as they're cleaning up some concrete debris that's in the roadway. Solid backup though as you're coming out of Encino. Route 70 time traffic line if you're stuck there. 888-500-5003. Westbound side of the 134 slowing down now as you're coming away from Olive over towards the 170 split. Ventura Boulevard still doesn't look too bad south of the 101. Magnolia is quite busy now north of the 101. So Ventura is probably a better option for you. Laurel Canyon is also pretty jammed up already. And this report is brought to you by Remax. When selling your home, you want to have a professional real estate agent, one who can navigate you through the entire process.
Yeah, these are masking tape, aren't they? God damn. Wow. What a project.
All right, the countdown to Mother's Day is on. It's just 9 days away. That's the day that we're going to show our love and our appreciation for our moms, wives, grandmas, aunts, mothers-in-law. So send them the best this year. That would be a bouquet from 1-800-Flowers.com. They are the official florist to Mother's Day.
Well, you guys always gave me a hard time for not sending my mom a card or anything on Mother's Day. Just that phone call. So this year, I sent more than just a card. I sent flowers from 1-800-Flowers.com. My brother, not thrilled with me. My mother, thrilled with me.
She's thrilled. And check out the deal they have today. It's available through tonight only. 24 multicolored roses for only $24. Those are the ones I sent to my aunt, and she loved them. She's my godmother, by the way. I love the price. $24 for 24 roses. It's 50% off the regular price, but you have to lock in that deal by tonight.
Don't wait. This deal ending tonight, like Greg said. It's 24 roses for $24 delivered in time for Mother's Day. Go to 1-800-Flowers.com from your desktop or mobile device. Click the radio microphone in the upper right-hand corner and enter Woody Show. That's 1-800-Flowers.com and enter Woody Show.
Hey, my name's Sam, and I'm a butcher at Albertsons. Yep, a real old-fashioned butcher.
You know, a lot of stores just have that puny prepackaged beef. But at Albertsons, you have guys like me custom cutting beef just the way you want it. Plus, Albertsons has USDA choice beef, which is melt in your mouth good. Personally, I wouldn't put anything else on my family's table. But I'm kind of a stickler about beef, as you probably imagined. USDA choice beef. Come and get it at Albertsons. Now through Tuesday, our fresh, all-natural, boneless, skinless chicken breasts or thighs are just $1.88 per pound. Fresh and delicious large mangoes are only $3 for 99 cents. Plus, find cool savings on this
Classmate of Christie's says the governor did have knowledge of the lane closures as they occurred.
There's news from Watergate, the scene of a political break-in that eventually brought down Richard Nixon. Police say there was a collapse in the 4-story parking garage today. One person reported hurt. Overseas, CBS's Holly Williams is in Nepal, where the earthquake death toll now tops 6,200.
In most places that we go to, we find that the search and rescue workers are resigned to the idea that they will not find anyone else alive under the rubble, and they are simply searching for bodies.
R&B legend Ben E. King has died. Stand By Me was his 1961 hit, not long after he left the Drifters. Randy Irwin, his longtime manager.
Stand By Me, which is a classic, and it's in the registry in Washington, one of the best records ever made.
Ben E. King was 76 years old. Wall Street, the Dow is up 100 points. This is CBS News.
On the heels of the rioting in Baltimore, how do people in L.A. feel about that possibility here?
Plus, marching on May Day, how it's going to affect your drive.
Good morning, I'm Dick Hope.
And I'm Vicki Moore. It's Friday, May 1st. Here's what's happening at 8:03. The breaking news we've been on out of Baltimore. Criminal charges being filed against several police officers over the death of Freddie Gray. And that's the rioting in Baltimore certainly reminded a lot of people of the L.A. riots here in Los Angeles 23 years ago. And despite some of the racial tensions now in other parts of the country, a lot of people here in LA seem convinced that we will avoid a repeat of the riots. Let's find out more about this new report out from KNX 1070's John Baird.
According to recent surveys by Loyola Marymount University, most LA residents say the kind of riots that enveloped the city in 1992 will not occur in the coming years. The findings by researchers for the University Center for the Study of Los Angeles follow a trend that started in 1997, which shows that a declining percentage of people think a riot will happen here in the next year. And that's what I ask people. Do they think that it will go on? Do you think that we're likely to see that?
I don't think so. I think we're a bit smarter as a people and as a city to happen the things that happened in the East Coast. I honestly don't think so.
Another woman told me she sure hoped not, but she says anything could happen.
So you've been talking to people. What else are they saying about why they're so convinced we won't see another riot?
I think there's just a lot of hope, but I think that gentleman summed it up basically saying we're smarter now. I think we've gone further ahead, and I think we put that behind us.
All right, that's John Baird for us on that new poll out this morning. And again, the breaking news, we're following 6 police officers charged in Freddie Gray's death in Baltimore. More coming up on that in a minute.
There will be a couple of May Day marches that'll bring thousands into the heart of L.A. a little bit later on today. Marco Carrero at Olympic and Broadway right now.
This is where one of those marches will actually start. The rallies get underway around 3 o'clock this afternoon. The march starting at 4. It's going to run up along Broadway, ending at Grand Park. And LAPD Lieutenant John Yanal told us earlier this morning he recognizes it will be a balancing act.
Safely allow the marchers to express their First Amendment rights, while at the same time allowing the people that need to get to work, go to school, and maybe get to a medical appointment, safe passage through the downtown core.
Now the message this year, no justice delayed. They want a $15 minimum wage, no more delays in President Obama's deferred action programs that are currently held up in the courts, and of course, comprehensive immigration reform.
So they're also taking up the cause of Black Lives Matter. Any concern about potential problems?
You know, Dick, there's always that concern, certainly with everything that's been going on in Baltimore. Perhaps this breaking news might be changing moods today. Who knows? We can't tell. But they tell me they're going to have greater security out here. And they also made it real clear to the participants this is a peaceful event and oftentimes a family event. Lots of kids out here with their parents.
Margaret Ferrer for us downtown at Broadway and Olympic. Jeff Baugh is flying overhead, and we're going to be on this all day long. Hashtag KNX Traffic on Twitter for your updates. KNX News Time, 8:05.
Traffic and weather together on the 5s is brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz dealers of Southern California, and here is John.
All right, so give us the very latest in Jeff Baugh flying overhead in Air 1070.
You bet. Well, after listening to Margaret and Dick chat there about what's going to go on here today, it's going to indeed be a very, very busy day. To avoid all this stuff, just navigating through downtown Los Angeles, keep in mind that the larger two-way streets, Santa Fe, Alameda Central, San Pedro, will probably get you through. And times like this, usually, as slow as they are, like the 110 and the 101, the Santa Monica freeways, they all could be a better choice.
All right, let's go to Scott Burton, Air 1070. He's been flying over the 605. Huge delays now northbound, Scotty.
Yeah, really at this point, avoid it if you can. Maybe Rosemead to the west of the freeway as an alternate will work for you. But north 605 at Valley, a little before the 10, right lane is taken out with a vehicle that went over the side. We just checked the backup to Slauson, so really just crawling here north 605. Southbound on and off slowing from Beverly down toward the 5 interchange.
I got a lot working, and I want to just get to a couple things now. I just got this coming up. 5 north at the 118. 5-car crash blocking the 2 right lanes. 5 northbound at the 118. We've had a bad crash in the Long Beach area as well. Northbound side of the 405 at Cherry. Right lane blocked with a backup to Seal Beach. I'll tweet about the rest at Jen KNX Traffic. Traffic and weather together on the 5s. Our next report at 8:15 from your Southern California traffic leader, KNX 1070 at CBSLA.com.
I'm CBS 2 meteorologist Evelyn Tapton. This is your exclusive 5-day forecast. Temperatures staying very warm today, still above average, with a little bit of cloud cover, especially along the coast. Low cloud cover as we head to tomorrow. Keeping numbers warm, conditions sunny, and then starting to cool down Sunday, continuing to cool into the first part of next week as we see a return of that marine layer. We're expecting temperatures to top out in the 60s and 70s. For today, though, we're expecting 70s, 80s, and maybe even a few 90s. That's your 5-day forecast, where the weekend's always in sight, here at KNX 1070 News Radio.
Right now, downtown LA has 58. It's 63 in Fullerton, Ontario at 72.
2 new audits. Talk about a lot of questionable spending by a couple of DWP trusts. They got $40 million. This was ratepayer money. How'd they go about spending it? Steak dinners, trips to Hawaii, all kinds of stuff. We talked about it this morning with the city controller. That's Ron Galbraith.
A lot of problems with how the money has gotten spent. In terms of food, in terms of gasoline, in terms of travel, a lot of things to really not like.
These are people making $200,000 a year, spending this more than $400,000 in credit card charges over the past 5 years on conferences and travel expenses. But these are trusts. None of it was illegal, and there's no word on the internal accountability. Some of the social media companies are taking some cuts on Wall Street today. Frank Motek has more. That's your money news next. KNX News Time 8:09.
From out of the American West and taking you to by storm, The Piano Guy. Friday, May 15th at the Great Theater. Reserve seats on sale now at Ticketmaster. The Piano Guy. Another Nederlander concert. Mother's Day is the time to show all moms in our lives our love and appreciation. Our mothers, our wives, our mothers-in-law. Hey, everybody, it's Randy Cardoon. Do what I'm doing. Send them the best. A beautiful bouquet from 1-800-Flowers.com, the official florist of Mother's Day. Right now, 1-800-Flowers.com has an incredible offer for you, available today only. Order 24 multicolored roses for a special price of only $24. That's over 50% off the regular price. Listen up. This is the lowest price you're going to find on roses this Mother's Day. 24 beautiful roses, just $24. But you must order by today to lock in this great deal. 2 dozen roses, $24 only while supplies last. Don't wait. To get 24 roses for $24 delivered in time for Mother's Day, it's simple. Go to 1-800-Flowers.com from your desktop or mobile device. Click on the radio microphone, upper right-hand corner there. That's where you enter my name, Randy. That's 1-800-Flowers.com. Enter Randy, or just call 1-800-Flowers. And don't forget to mention my first name, Randy.
CBS tonight on a new Hawaii 5-0. The battle for survival is on.
One of our own is lost at sea.
Oh no!
I need help!
New CBS tonight.
KNX News Time 8:10, your money news right now, and here's Frank. Well, it's a professional social networking site LinkedIn taking a big hit on Wall Street today. The stock's down $50 right now at 201, a disappointing earnings outlook. Some of the other social media names are also pulling back, with the exception of Facebook, which is moving slightly higher. The Dow right now getting the month of May off to a positive start of 123 points here at the moment. NASDAQ of 34, the S&P 500 of 12. Oil coming off its high point of the year, just below $59 a barrel here at the moment. And auto sales numbers coming in. GM says sales last month rose nearly 6%. So did Fiat Chrysler. It looks like Toyota sales up just 1.8%. Analysts were expecting a rise of 5.9%. Money News, 10:40 past the hour. Frank Motek, KLX 1070 News Radio.
Pacoima got a 5-car crash. This is the North 5 at the 118. A couple of right lanes blocked up there. Jen's going to tell you how to get around it. Your traffic on the 5s is coming up next. KNX News Time, 8:11.
Hello, I'm Alan Mosnet, Toyota of Orange.
To go, but I think globally, Avengers is a bigger brand than Star Wars.
What? Girl, you know I love you, but I think you high.
Yeah, I'll put a hundo on it.
15
I'll put a straight hundo on it for global box office.
Global, see, I don't know about global box office.
I say global box office.
I want to say
also.
that she's wrong there too.
Yeah, but you know, the minute Ravy puts money on anything, she's gonna win.
No.
So I'm kind of thinking you're right now.
Again, I'm talking from the time it gets released in theaters until the time it gets released on DVD. How much money has that movie made to date?
In America.
Just in America?
Let's go with America. We live in America.
Yeah, we're not going
is that
global.
still your bet?
I mean, every movie
No,
makes
I say
money
globally, we still win Star Wars.
You can make that bet. I don't know enough about that stuff. I'm just thinking, like, for me, my perspective.
Don't be afraid, man.
It's not. I just don't know enough about it. Maybe I don't know on the global side. Maybe she's right. David Hasselhoff's still a big deal somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
Germany.
And like, over in Japan, oh, I like a beach boy.
Dude, she thought
Beach Boy.
She thought Paul Blart wasn't gonna make any money.
I'm not saying she's always right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Globally's the bet.
Global's the bet.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ripping.
All right.
So on drugs right now.
Okay.
So you're gonna make the global bet with her?
Yeah.
Are you willing to make any kind of bet domestic box
A
office?
domestic box office.
You want to go
bets?
50?
Okay, $50.
50
but I'm
bucks.
definitely not as confident in the just domestic box
From
office.
opening day in theaters until it gets released
Till-
on digital and DVD.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you know the answer to this question? When was the last time a Star Wars movie was new? Was it has it been, 5 years, 10 years?
Early 2000s.
Early
right?
2000s?
Yeah, I don't know when that movie came out then.
So this is a way bigger deal.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
All right.
So
anyway, so the new Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, is officially in theaters. Tons of people have been, a lot of anticipation. They've been ripping out. Can't wait. So we went out. We found some of the people who are doing the 28-hour Marvel Marathon at Universal, which started at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. That included all 11 new Marvel movies, starting with Iron Man and ending with the newest Avengers movie. Okay? So we wanted to test the fandom of these crusty popcorn greased nerd super fans.
Were people bringing in food for them?
Yeah, I saw some pictures where folks had brought in bagels throughout the day, and of course, we're totally ravaged.
Of course.
I was able to walk in the theater between the last movie, I guess, the Guardians of the Galaxy and the new Avengers movie. That place was just trashed with food stuff.
Yeah, so, after getting a little background about who these people are and getting to know a little bit more about them, we offer them a deal, a let's make a deal scenario. Like, here you are, you're 26 hours into this marathon, you're about to watch the final movie. Would they let us reveal a major spoiler? Not even a mild spoiler, a major spoiler, because Ravy and Menace had already gone and seen it. They loaded up, especially Ravy, because she's hardcore, geeked about this. She gave Seabass what she thought were the biggest spoilers from the movie.
Best, a record 29 times.
Bro, join Frank Motek and successful innovators for a special small business summit presented by Moo.com. We'll discuss the most important challenges to help you turn your passion into profit on Friday, May 8th at the Sheraton Universal. Space is limited, so reserve your free seat now, including continental breakfast at cbsla.com/business breakfast. Sponsored in part by the Daily News.
KNX News Time 8:15, traffic and weather together on the 5s. And here's Jen.
Miles and miles and miles of flowing on the northbound side of the 605. I was asking Scotty what he thought, maybe 10 miles, maybe more. Let's go to Scott Burton, near 1070 over at Providence and El Monte.
Yeah, probably 8 or 10 miles here. North 605 coming up on the 10. We had a car go over the side, and it looks like crews are having a hard time fishing them out of there. It's kind of into the trees, hard to see, but North 605 at the 10, the right lane is taken out. We checked the backup a few minutes ago. It was right to Slauson Avenue. So that's probably going to merge with that normal swing back to the 105. So expect a crawl here, North 605. Use Rosemead west of the freeway. That should help you out with some of it. And south of 605, you do have slowing around Beverly down toward the 5.
A lot of slowing around 605. Northbound side of the 5. Vicky was talking about it at the 118. We got a new 5-car crash blocking the 2 right lanes. Jeff Baugh is on his way there. Let's go to Jeff Baugh near 1070.
You bet. We're right at the 175 merge split, depending on what way you're going. I can tell you this much. The backup is to Osborne, and Laurel Canyon looks good, but more on that in a minute. The southbound drive is looking good. If you're coming down the 5 and you choose the 170, it's all good all the way down to about Burbank Boulevard, a little slow through the interchange, and up and over the hill, it's okay. All the way to downtown Los Angeles, all lanes are open, traffic is moving.
All right, eastbound side of the 101 on transition onto the eastbound side of the 134. They've had a signaler working there, just cleared it. In our last report, although the drive is just miserable coming out of Woodland Hills to that eastbound 101 to at least Reseda there. Oh boy, it's just a mess all the way across. Now I'm looking at Ventura Boulevard. Could work, but you got a lot of stoplights on Ventura Boulevard. Magnolia seems to be okay, as well as Burbank. The further north you go from the 101, the better off you're going to be for that eastbound travel. Also want to mention that we've had a couple of dogs reported, 2 border collies on the West 101, the Haskell on-ramp to the West 101. So just want to give you a heads up on that as well. Traffic and weather to get on the 5s. Our next report at 8:25 from your Southern California traffic leader, KNX 1070 at CBSLA.com.
Another warm day here in Southern California. Not quite as warm as yesterday. We're back to the mid-80s later on today. Some 70s along the beaches tomorrow. About the same thing by Sunday. Quite a bit cooler here in Southern California. 58 degrees downtown right now. 68 in West Covina this morning. Sherman Oaks has 62. And this is Southern California's only all-news radio station, KNX 1070 News Radio. I'm Nick Hill.
And I'm Vicki Moore. The breaking news we're following out of Baltimore this morning. Criminal charges filed against 6 police officers over the death of Freddie Gray in Baltimore. The charges ranging from assault to murder. And in making the announcement this morning, the state's attorney, Marilyn Mosby, also spoke to protesters.
I heard your call for no justice, no peace. Your peace is sincerely needed as I work to deliver justice on behalf of this young man.
We're going to have more on this developing story coming up in minutes. Crime victims, they're heading to the courthouse in Orange County this morning to let a judge know they're trying to get him off the bench.
The case involved the sexual assault of a 3-year-old girl. Convicted 20-year-old Kevin Rojano Nieto. The mandatory sentence 25 years behind bars, but Superior Court Judge M. Mark Kelly cut the time to 10 years. His reasoning for the lighter sentence partly on his finding that Nieto did not mean to harm the little girl. The smaller sentence has drawn the ire of victims' rights groups and other elected officials calling for his resignation. They plan to serve Judge Kelly with a notice of recall effort where he works at the County Criminal Courts Building. Ron Kilgore, KNX 1070 News Radio.
After years of fighting, the LA Archdiocese is releasing the last batch of clergy sex abuse files today as part of a massive $600 million settlement. The final group includes more than 2,000 pages of previously confidential records. And just a reminder, today is May Day, and that means there's going to be demonstrations and protests downtown. Could mess up your drive. Hashtag KNX Traffic on Twitter to stay up to date on that, as well as our traffic on the 5s all throughout the day. KNX News Time, 8:18.
When searching for a good time, search Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Now this portion of the news is brought to you by South Bay BMW.
You probably just reviewed and turned in your professional report card, your taxes. Well, if you earned all A's, it might be time to turn your commute time into a great time in a new BMW or Mini. This is Peter Boson from South Bay BMW Mini, and we want to help you reward yourself for all your hard work and give you great value for your hard-earned dollar. In fact, with our Match Plus pricing program, we will at least match, if not beat, any warehouse club buying program, newspaper, car research website, or email deal in the state of California on the same equipped model year BMW or Mini. And there's more. At South Bay BMW Mini, you become a VIP and enjoy huge benefits. Check it all out online at southbaybmw.com or southbaymini.com. And when you buy your new car, you get full access to our BMW or Mini geniuses who will help you experience